Let's go to the Shadow Attorney General, Andrew Wallace. Andrew, you haven't resigned the front bench?
No, it won't be happening, Laura, at all.
Days ago, and you were adamant that your party should stick with Sussan Ley. Are you still of that view, and why?
I think Sussan has done a very good job under very difficult circumstances, Laura. This has been a tumultuous period in Australian political history, and if you think back, it's only been 9 months since we lost the last election, and that's coming off the back of another election prior to that we lost. So it's been very, very difficult for an opposition leader. And on top of that, we've had 2 bust-ups of the coalition, which have been entirely regrettable. And then, of course, we had the Bondi terrorist attack. And I have to say, Sussan has just absolutely excelled in that period. She showed great leadership and courage in her empathy in dealing with the Jewish community, working with the Jewish community. I was on the ground with her in Bondi a number of days after the incident, and she showed great compassion and a real care for the Australian people. It's been a very difficult time, and quite frankly, in that 9 months that we've had, I just don't think that she's had a reasonable opportunity to succeed.
Andrew, we're having a few issues with your audio.
Okay.
We'll leave you there for now. We'll fix it and we'll try and get back to you, but a decision will be made in coming hours. Let's get back to Andrew Wallace. Is that your understanding as well, Andrew?
Yeah, Laura, ultimately this is a matter for negotiation between, as I understand it, between the Whip's office and also Sussan Ley. It makes sense to me to have it tomorrow morning because the senators will still be in estimates this evening. So, I'm as many members and senators as she possibly can. So it would seem to me that tomorrow morning would be the more appropriate way to go.
Does anyone know what's going on in terms of numbers, in terms of who wants to run, in terms of any deals being done?
Well, I mean, at the moment we have a spill. One can only assume that obviously it's Angus Taylor. I'm not aware of anybody else that is going to put their hand up for the leadership, apart from obviously from Sussan, but I'm not aware of anybody else.
Okay, so Angus Taylor v Sussan Ley, but Sussan Ley won't resign. She's not going to hand this to Angus Taylor on a platter?
No, I don't believe so. I think Sussan, along with a number of our colleagues, believe that she has the numbers in the party room, and I think she's done a very good job under very difficult circumstances, and I think that she will stick it out and she'll chance her arm, as it were.
Are you doing the numbers for her?
I am not going out and doing the numbers as such. I'm obviously talking to my colleagues. I don't know. I don't know is the short answer. I'm obviously talking to my colleagues, as many other people are doing.
Well, I know you don't need any hot tips or takes from me, Andrew, but my experience in these kinds of things is you always believe the people that tell you to your face that they're not going to vote for you or your preferred leader. Has anyone told you that?
A wise man once told me, Greg, if you're watching, the only person you can trust is the person that tells you that they wouldn't vote for you if you're the last person alive. So that's the nature of politics. But look, who knows? We're all speculating. My strong view is that Sussan has been a good leader under very difficult circumstances. I don't believe she's had a reasonable opportunity to demonstrate in the 9 months we've had since the last election.
Well, how tight are the numbers?
I think she should be given more time.
How tight?
I suspect that they are very tight.
One or two in it, or
time will tell.
Or more.
Well, you only need a couple of people to flip one way or the other, and then you can get a slightly larger number of support. But look, I think Sussan has the numbers, and that's sort of reflective in a number of the discussions that I'm having with my colleagues.
You think Sussan has the numbers still? Imagine what this does to your party then. You have a meeting tomorrow, Angus Taylor challenges and Sussan Ley is to... I mean, you're more divided within the Liberal Party than the Nats and Libs were divided just a couple of weeks ago.
Well, no, look, I totally refute that, Laura. I mean, Sussan is the leader of the party.
Andrew? I mean, look, we're sitting here. This is so performative at the moment. We've all seen this movie before. I mean, it was such a pro forma statement from Angus Taylor. We don't have any ideas. You change personnel, but what are the big ideas?
Well, you're arguing in support of retaining Sussan Ley as the leadership, and I would say that's a good thing.
I'm not arguing either way.
You know, look,
I think I reflect a lot of people around Australia that say, get it together. Get behind someone.
Well, I mean, that is...
Do something.
And that is absolutely right. That is absolutely right. Australians are doing it very, very tough at the moment. We have the sharpest decline in our standard of living in the entire OECD. You know, the cost of living has gone up for average Australians. Everybody, doesn't matter how much you earn, everybody's got more month at the end of the money. They're doing it tough, and they're angry at the government, but they're also angry at the Liberal Party and the National Party, I might add. And what they want, I think, it doesn't matter whether you vote red or blue or something else. I think almost every Australian adult would realise that in order to have a strong government in a functioning democracy, you need a functioning, strong opposition. And that's what Australians want from us. That's what they expect from us. And that's what we need to give them. You know, you spoke earlier about Sussan Ley's leadership. This isn't just about the leadership of one person, Laura. That's unfair. The doldrums that we find ourselves in right now are the responsibility of every single member and senator in the Liberal and National parties. We all need to lift our game. We all need to set our sights more firmly on policy development and unity and holding this government to account rather than trying to, you know, pick a winner.
Andrew, we thank you for fronting up this morning. Many of your colleagues won't and are a little bit camera shy at the moment, so at the very least I appreciate that. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Laura.
Authorised by Andrew Wallace, LNP, Boccarina, Queensland.